Libra, September for you, I'm seeing work related matters, okay? And there's a good story in here. Astrologically, it maps to this channeled message that I have because Saturn is retrograde in Pisces in your sixth house of work, habits, and health. We also have the lunar eclipse in Pisces, also in your sixth house of work, habits, and health. Okay, so the overall energy you'll be happy to see is this Empress energy here. The solar eclipse later in the month in Virgo is in your 12th house of the subconscious and things also coming to the surface. So let's keep in mind we're going to have our crown on. We're going to think about that in the context of this work, health, wellness, routines, habits, etc. The challenge that you have is you no longer want to wait. So there's a little bit of an impatience energy that I'm feeling here. We have a lot of wands energy, and spirit just blew me up, which is your passion, your desire, your charge, and your fire that you want to go after. So your blind spot is that sometimes instead of charging forward so much, we have to just sit back, and if you're so persistent, you got your eye on the prize, you might miss other things that are around you. And the queen, you have two, and the empress is more sitting back on their throne and watching the playing pieces lay out, looking at your routine, looking at what's serving you well, looking at what isn't. And I want you to carry that queen vibe energy. There's been a lot in the past happening in relationships, and it's time to look at work, health, routine, and wellness now. Okay, so put those crowns on. The advice we have is you're changing it up and you're letting go of things and the way you've done them before because life has changed, but not necessarily you've let other things change along with it. And it's time to do that. The result is you'll probably take on more when you release other things. So you're going to be taking on new tasks. You're going to be taking on maybe like, so let's say it's an exercise or whatever. You're going to be trying new things, taking on more stuff, maybe trying on new work stuff, whatever it might do, you are going to be taking on. We will deal with that later where it's going to be releasing, but you're going to be exploring and recalibrating in that way, getting the opportunity to weigh things out, Libra. If you're feeling this energy, definitely let me know. I know it's tied to your heart space that you haven't wanted to necessarily move forward with other things, but life has changed and now it's time for life to catch up with it.